Hello everybody, Grizzly Pig here. Welcome to today's episode. This is a special one because today we are playing the First Descendant. Brand new game, came out yesterday and we've been having a great time playing this, and I'm going to tell you guys what I think of this and give you some stuff that might help you decide whether or not you want to get involved with this. So basically, I'm not going to show you the tutorial or the first stage, although I will tell you that it is not like other games where sometimes it's a bit tedious. It doesn't take very long to do and it just cuts to the chase. No bullshit, just tells you the basics of the game, like the basic mechanics, how to use your grappling hook, how to jump, how to slide, how to use your weapon, all that stuff very quickly. Very impressed with that. So now what you see is once you've done that, we go to a place called Albion. So this is the town where basically your hub, where you're going to come back to hand in your missions. You're going to upgrade your rank, your guns and equipment and stuff like that. You're going to be able to build that here and unlock new descendants to play as well. So more about that. Descendants, you can choose one of 3 at the start. I've chose the Lepic, but there are 2 others to choose from as well. And you can see Shortass, who is with me, my good friend, who is boosting me kind of, because he's played a little bit already now, so he's a bit ahead of me. He is with me playing one of the characters, Bunny, who's one of the first ones that you'll unlock. So your character, depending on which one you have, will have 4 abilities unique to that descendant, and you will also be able to have 3 guns slotted as well. So you've got guns and abilities, and of course you want to get these working together nicely. Choose how you will, but when you're first playing through, of course, you're going to get lots of guns looted and gear and stuff like that. You'll find yourself just slotting anything that comes your way because everything will be an upgrade, of course. So there are 4 types of ammo in the game, and there's only 3 weapons you can hold at one time. So of course there's a conundrum there. What 3 weapons do you choose? You loot ammo on the field, so the best option is always to have some kind of assault rifle, because generally you're going to have one of these that uses the general rounds. They drop most frequently, those general rounds, so you want to have that as your bread and butter damage. And then you've got a choice of your other 2 weapons, whether you take a sniper, a shotgun, or a pistol, or a burst, or whatever you choose. You can see I've chosen a sniper rifle here, but the other bullets, they don't drop as frequently as the general rounds. The rarest kind of bullet would probably be the impact rounds, I believe, the purple ones, in which you're going to want to save those for bosses and really choose when you use a weapon that uses these rounds here. So I'm not really using my abilities all that much because I don't actually have a whole lot unlocked, but the guy I'm playing now, basically he throws grenades, that's his thing. But all of the descendants are unique and play slightly different depending on their abilities. So as you can see here, we're just playing through a quest here that is, of course, a very early one. So it's very easy to do, and easy especially because I've got my friend with me as well, and he's kind of boosting a little bit. But it is really good fun. You can see the graphics are super nice. I think I've only got this on medium, and they're pretty good. And the one thing I will say is make sure you get this on your main drive, your SSD, because here I did find that I was having some frames issues, and that's to do with me not having it on the main drive there. But I guess it depends what computer you got and what build and stuff like that as well. So we talked about weapons, but you also get attachments you can put on these weapons as well that will increase the performance, and you can customize them how you will. So that's really cool, like customization there, love it. And also these same augmentations, there are similar ones that you can apply to your actual character as well. And then adding on top of that, there are also what I can only describe as computer parts, which serve as the gear for your character that give you stats such as defense, HP, added shield, and things like that. And there are also sets that you can combine to really complete and flesh out your builds there. So like 2, 3, 4 piece sets, that kind of thing, similar to Elder Scrolls or that kind of thing. This game is nothing like Elder Scrolls. If I was going to have to liken this to any game, I would say if you are thinking of Destiny 2, you'd be in the right ballpark, or Warframe especially. A lot of people are liking it to Warframe. I think that it's got a slightly Final Fantasy vibe to it as well with aesthetics. So if you take the aesthetics of slightly Final Fantasy but with the same similar sort of gameplay as Warframe or Destiny 2, then if you love those two games particularly, then you're really going to enjoy this. It's super smooth so far. It is early days, but yeah, we're having great fun so far. So as well as the gear you get for your character and your guns and stuff, there are also going to be these things you loot called reactors, and these are the things that you basically buff your class abilities, your Descendant abilities scale with damage with these things. And when you look at these, they have conditions to them that make them more powerful depending on what weapons you're using and what your class deals with as far as its elemental kind of specialization. So the Lepic that I'm using here, his damage is all fire based, so you can look at the reactors and you can get ones that are scaling with fire based damage, and they're going to be generally better for you, but they also all give like raw damage increase that might just outweigh any downside to not having the elemental part unlocked anyway. So as you play through, of course, your build is going to be totally scuffed and you're going to be swapping and changing weapons all the time. But anyway, enough about gear. So what is there actually to do in the game? So far as I can see, there is basically the story mode where you play through the missions, and that is very good in my opinion. They've done it very well. The NPCs, although I skip the dialogue because that's just me, it is all voiced and there's cutscenes and stuff like that done very well. But apart from the main story mission, there's going to be these bosses that you can work through as well, that you can also access through the main map and work through those. They scale in difficulty, and they seem to be ones where they're designed to be repeated again and again and again. But any missions here that you have that we're doing, we can also repeat. So my friend here, Swordsman Shortass, he's done this of course already, but he does get value from doing this with me because he gets experience still, and he also gets like some gear and some, if he doesn't want the gear, he can dismantle it into crafting reagents and materials and stuff like that. Once you play past the main missions at the start, you'll find that things get increasingly difficult, of course, through the missions, where you'll need to think about what you're doing and target certain places of bosses and do things a little bit differently other than just mindlessly shoot and loot kind of thing. So it isn't just brain dead game for sure. Once you get into it a bit, you'll find that it's quite engaging, definitely. As you'd expect, the first bit is going to be super easy, of course, that's how it is. So one other final thing to address, is the game pay to win? Well, I guess it is and it isn't, but it is very early stages at the minute, so if they are going to put some extra stuff in, like some games have shockingly done in the past, like Black Desert for example, as they go along and make it worse and worse, I can't speak for that just yet. But basically the characters or the Descendants that you work towards unlocking and then playing again, aside from your first one thereon, you can build them by basically going around completing the missions and gathering the parts to build them, and then research into learning how to use that character. And then once you've done that, you can then go ahead and use it, so you can do it totally organically within the game. Although I believe you can go straight into the shop and just buy them if you want to. I've not got a problem with that because there's a way of getting them in the game normally and a way of getting them as well through the shop. It doesn't really bother me that much. There is a battle pass as well in the game that you, if you want to get that, that's you have to pay that. It's around the £8 mark, English pounds I'm talking here now. Sorry if that's no use to you as far as conversions are concerned, but yeah, we're in the UK here, £8 roughly, something like that for your battle pass, and you can get cool guns and stuff like that through that. But I've got no problem with the battle pass. I quite like the idea of battle passes when they're done right myself. So in a nutshell, what do I think of the game? I'm really enjoying it. I love it. It's super smooth. I like the grappling hook and the movement and all that. And that's about it, really. It's a great game so far, and I'm going to be playing a lot more of this with all of my buddies. We've got more than 4 of us playing, which is a shame because you can only have 4 people in a party at a time. But we'll see. Maybe they'll do something in future to make it so you can have like big parties, like for PvP. Don't think there's PvP so far at the minute. I haven't seen any, so we'll see where that goes. It's still early days, but yeah, loving the game. Super good at the minute. Really amazing, very nice. And if you guys like this video and found it any way helpful whatsoever, then please like, subscribe, and leave a juicy comment. Thanks very much. I'll catch you all next time.